Hello again, it's Noob, and in front of us we have a Multipick Jackknife pocket pick set. And this was kindly sent to me by Multipick for my review, so thank you Multipick. And this is the exclusive Blackline edition, which differs from the base Jackknife pick set in that it has an extra 10 pick tips included with the set. And that's on top of the 6 that already come installed in the Jackknife pick. Right, let's just slide this out. And I have to say, well, we'll come on to this bit in a minute, but I have to say, I'm a bit of a sucker for really nice packaging. And bear in mind that, this is packaged such that it would actually make a pretty nice gift. I think you'd agree, for somebody who is a lock picker already, or is into geocaching, or in the armed forces, there's so many applications for this. Anyway, it's just packaged really, really nicely. I have to admit, I just really like sort of precision cut foam inserts. I know it's silly, but it sort of helps, doesn't it? Okay, so let's see what you actually get inside. So we're all out of the packaging, and it's hard to know where to start, but I guess we'll start with the main event. This is the Jackknife pocket pick set itself, which you can buy in addition just like this, without these spare tips. And the first thing to notice is it's really, really light. So it's made out of aluminium, and it comes in at about 26 grams, barely anything. It's so cool because a lot of these are, well, reasonably heavy, but this is very, very light. Really awesome. Nice styling on here. This is the Blackline edition. But equally, you can buy a red line or a silver line, which are their respective colours as well. And just overall, the finish on this is great. Nice design. You can see the knurled knob here, which actually releases the picks. And on it is the Multipick logo, which is a nice little touch. As according to the sort of warning pamphlets you get in here, you don't pull on this to release it. You just basically slide forwards, and what happens is that the end of the tension tool comes out of the hole at the bottom here, and this is bent to act like a spring to hold the tension tool in, which it does very firmly, and it comes out. Now what's nice about this is it's actually a stepped tool, which means that you could use the tip for a smaller lock and push it in all the way to the wider section for a larger keyway, which actually is quite a nice compromise because these pocket pick sets, whilst handy, do lack obviously places to have more than one tension tool. So yeah, I like that sort of compromise there. Now what's nice is you'll see that these don't come out, these tips, and there's a couple of reasons. One, this knurled knob keeps them from coming out, and two, you might see that they're being pulled in. It's because there's a strong magnet just down in there which keeps those tools from coming back in. So these are the tips that come with the standard set, so to speak. It's quite a nice range. Get a small half diamond, very popular profile, the city rake, which again, a very useful rake. What looks like a medium hook snake rake, half ball, very good for those wafer locks, and a broken key extractor. I imagine actually if you were a locksmith or a handyman and you wanted a pick set which will be able to sort of allow you to rake and pick a few locks and extract some broken keys if you come across them, this is quite a nice range of picks. Now, before I go on to the other pick profiles, it's probably worth saying what this is made of. So this is made out of a hardened German steel alloy, and I've measured these and they come in at 19.5 thousandths of an inch. So they're strong, tempered steel, but also flexible and slim, which is great for those European locks because the keyways are often very tight. So nice slim profiles, and again that multi-pick quality that we're all used to. Then you would lock your pick of choice in place using this knurled knob. And again, these other tools, they don't come down to mess up your picking, especially if you want to pick or rake upside down. And actually, that's held in very tight. We're going to give this a little workout in a minute and pick some locks with it, so I can actually assess how good the feedback is. But my first impressions are it's held in pretty tightly, and it's quite light as well, so it seems quite comfortable in the hand. Well, we'll put that to a test in a minute, but first let's have a look at the other tools. So what we get in here are a range of hooks and rakes. We have some deeper hooks here. We've also got a nice short hook, which is my favourite profile, so I'm going to change that out in here for one of those other tools. What else do we have? We've got DeForest ball and half diamond. I think I might swap out the half diamond because it's got a nice bit of reach on it. I think it's a good compromise between a half diamond and a medium hook, so I think that's a good one. Large half diamond, double half snowman here, so a double ball or a half snowman. And again, very good at those wafer locks, filing cabinet locks, that kind of thing. Offset snake can be very useful, sort of to reach over some low set pins. A kinetic triple peak rake here, a very large deep rake, and an extended snake. So yeah, a nice range of pick profiles. Would be nice to see a bow guitar in there, but other than that, like I said, you're getting 16 tips in this kit, and you get to choose which 6 you carry around. Another thing which you get in here is it's like a braided steel loop which you can put on the sort of hole here if you want to put it on your belt or a keychain or I don't know, your backpack. I don't know, but you know, you've got the option, and that's kind of cool. So changing out the pick tips, let's get on to that. Is it easy to do? Well, yeah, it is actually. So all you need is the Allen key or Allen wrench which comes with it, or hex wrench, I don't know what you want to call it, and you just gently remove this screw. There we go, put it somewhere safe. And then all your tips come out. Well, with a little coaxing because of that magnet. Right, now, what shall I keep and what shall I swap? Well, I don't really use a broken key extractor that often, and I'm not sort of a jobbing locksmith or a handyman, so I don't intend to come across sort of many times where that comes out. Saying that though, if you're in a situation where you carry this as a backup kit, actually a broken key extractor could be quite useful, especially if you actually, you know, snap your key off in the lock and you are a lock picker. That could be quite useful, but I'm going to take it out. Yeah, I really like snake rakes. I do like a city rake. This medium hook's nice, but I would prefer to have that half diamond, I think, overall to that, although I tend not to use a DeForest half diamond that often. And I would probably use the snake rake over this ball rake, so I'm going to put the triple peak in there as well. Okay, give me a second. So I have my 6 tools of choice. I don't know if you'd agree with my choice, but I kind of like this balance. I suppose you could go for something else, but this is what I'm going to stick with for now. Just going to fold them all together. Then I'm going to drop these into the housing, get them sort of aligned, and then pop the screw in like that. And hopefully if I hold it all together, there we go, that screw will go in. Then all I have to do is tighten it up. All done. Right, so let's fan those out. Very cool. I think we should give this a little bit of exercise. So let me grab some locks and we'll see how it fares. So let's start with a little bit of raking on a nice easy master lock 3. Just going to put this tension tool in, try to not let it slip around too much, and then I'm going to use this triple peak. There we go, to go in and pick it. So I'll sort that tension tool out in a minute. Let's just get the actual rake in all the way. There we go. And well, that was a pretty easy open. Now let's see if we can't do a kinetic attack with this profile. I'm going to put it in, push all the pins all the way up, and Wow, that was very effective. So clearly the rakes work great. Let's choose some with a sprung core now, this Master Lock M1XL. And this has a pin at the front, which is basically zero lift. You don't need to pick it, but that does mean you've got to pick the pins behind it and need something which can reach round behind them easily. And this half diamond, this DeForest half diamond profile should be able to do that, no issues. So just going to go in and find any of those binding pins and just pick them. And there you go, already open. I think for our final demo, we're just going to choose a lock with some security pins in it, so some nice spool pins and a nice small keyway. Tension tool seems to, yep, applies nice tension to it. I'm going to use a shallow hook. I thought that would be a really good one for this lock, so let's go in and see what's binding, and if it is, just give it a gentle nudge up. I already see the counter rotation on those spools. There we go. All the way to the back again. So lots of spools in this lock, giving me a real nice fight. And we're open. So what can I conclude from my time spent with this Multipick Jackknife set? Well, I think we all know that Multipick are a premium lock tools manufacturer, and they don't compromise on things like quality of materials or finish, or indeed the packaging. I think that is clear, and anybody who's had any Multipick tools will be able to tell you that that is absolutely true. Their attention to detail, finish and quality of materials is absolutely superb. You can see here, even on the straight out of the pack finish on these pick tools and tips are just great. Everything from the little finishes like the logo on the knurled knob here through to the design and the thought around the magnet that's included. It's just really good. I really like this exclusive Blackline edition for having those extra tips. I think that for me, quite often when you get the cheaper Jackknife sets, you don't get much choice when you're presented with it. You sort of get what's in it and that's it. But we all have different preferences and needs, and those needs may change from a day-to-day or week-to-week basis, depending on what we're carrying a tool like this around for. So to have the options of being able to customize and change the tool to your personal needs, and if needed, over and over again, I think is really, really fantastic. I'm just trying to think if there's anything that I could give in terms of constructive criticism. Not an awful lot. I mean, there's a preference. It'd be nice to have a triple peak Bogota end in here. But that doesn't mean it's necessary. It's just a personal preference. And I think there's a couple of things which really probably just worth pointing out to people if they're going to buy a kit like this, is that you do have to bear in mind that you're only going to have one tension tool included with this. And it is a good tension tool. And as I mentioned earlier, the fact that it actually has sort of a stepped profile means it acts sort of like two different tension tools. But, you know, you've just got to bear in mind that there is, with these sets, a compromise to be made in terms of its portability against its functionality. The other thing is the steel used on these picks is really, really great, very durable. But you know, this is designed to be slim and light, and therefore the picks themselves are a very slim 19.5 thousandths of an inch. Is that a problem? No, not at all. Clearly you can pick locks with these thicknesses, and a lot of people prefer thinner picks. They allow you to get around a more complicated and thinner keyways. However, as ever, the thinner the pick, the less feedback you get and the more flexible it is. So again, as an experienced lockpicker, not too much of a problem. as a new lockpicker, well, you will have to just learn how thinner profiles work and work for you. Other than that, I don't really have anything to say about this kit other than the fact that it is a really, really high quality premium kit from a premium manufacturer. What does it cost you? Well, as you might expect, it's not the cheapest of all the Jackknife picks that are out there. You do have to pay for quality manufacture and for quality materials. On their website at the moment, at the time of filming, this came in at €52.90 pre-shipping, which comes, again, depends on the exchange rate on the day, but around £46.85p or $58 US. So there you go. That is the Multipick Jackknife Pocket Pick Set, exclusive Blackline edition. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Do you have one? How's it fared up for you? What profiles did you actually customize it to? Do you like my choices? What would you change? Let me know in the comments. And of course, I'll see you all next time.